with my classes done and moving to a new house, I find myself breaking a lot of the habits I used to have. While low-key is kind of fun not being like forced to wake up at 8 a.m. every single freaking day, but I'm not as productive as I used to without classes acting as an anchor in my schedule in a sense. And low-key, when you're not like productive at all in a day, it doesn't feel nice. It doesn't feel good, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you guys know that life triangle of social life, good grades, and sleep in those three corners? Like, I'm deadass not hitting any of these corners, and it's pretty bad. So it's time to lock in for a day, organize my life a little bit, clear up my habits, and fix up my routine. Okay, so the plan is simple in theory, but to be honest, it's probably not gonna work out. To uncook my routine, I just need a more consistent sequence of habits, like stacked on top of each other, right? So therefore, I'm gonna plan out the habits I wanna improve on, and then if I just grind at it for a couple of months, I'll probably be slightly less cooked and semi-consistent to the point where we have habits and we're balling. Or at least that's what I hope will happen. So yesterday, I planned out some of the habits I wanted to improve on, and for the sake of myself and to not like spout misinformation in my own video, I read up on some studies, and this is the format they gave, so I just followed that and wrote it on a journal. Pretty sick. Anyways, I know I have a lot of stuff kind of already written down that should be second nature, but low-key I forget them a lot. So, you know, want to write it down, win-win situation here. And also, I don't want to like give the wrong idea across that I'm like completely changing my life or turning my life around. Like, I've had good streaks of these habits before, but I was just mad inconsistent with them. If you've never built habits, I think you shouldn't try to start a bunch of these at once. It's better to build small ones at a time because it's easy to get like discouraged, right? And then after you build small ones, you can stack a habit on top of another, right? Like right after a habit that you've already made, you do another thing and you like stack them together or associate them with each other. Because yeah, it's pretty hard to stay consistent with habits, especially if you're starting a lot. Okay, so I do this thing where I stream myself co-working often. It kind of helps me focus when there's like people on my ass and I don't like it. Twitch.tv/Johmies. So in my research for this video, I found out that the typical repetition needed for something to become a habit is around 10 weeks, I think. So my goal is trying to hit that. We'll see what happens. But realistically, both you and I are going to like accidentally skip a day or two, but it's chill. We just make sure we get it back the next day type shit. Go get some food now. And yeah, that was a pretty good stream. After we get some food, I have a doctor's appointment. My mom has one, but I'm gonna go there in case she needs translation from like English to Chinese. And also I get a touch grass, so like win-win situation here. So cool thing about streaming yourself co-working is that it kind of encourages you to have like a set schedule in a set environment where you study, right? And having a consistent timing and environment for behavior kind of acts as a catalyst for the behavior to become habitual eventually, right? And personally for me, this is pretty important in a sense, because I found out that I can't really focus unless I'm in a certain environment at a certain time consistently. Maybe this is an ADHD thing, because I recently got diagnosed, I'm not really sure. So I try to run a consistent environment and timing for the most part. But sometimes it just don't work out like that and you can't have both. And having one's low-key pretty chill. So I've been running pretty consistently now for a solid couple years. And guys, like running is actually pretty hype. Like it's the one thing I look forward to every day and it makes me really happy. And if I don't run on a certain day, I'm significantly, actually maybe not significantly, but a good amount less happy. I've had a pretty good habit of locking in from 8:30 p.m. to 12 a.m. for a good amount of time now because of school and everything. So that's pretty nice. Hopefully I can keep that up. And to end the day off, I'm gonna journal and meditate for a bit. But I know like some people think that meditation's low-key snake oil, but y'all should try it. It's pretty gas. Okay, so after recording this video, I started fumbling my habits a little bit more, I think. And I think it was only after like 2 weeks of trying, I actually got it to be somewhat consistent. So yeah, I guess my goal of making a cool video while getting my routine together, like, didn't really work out. But it kind of worked out in the end. But whatever. That's how it usually goes. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep it up. Also, I don't know. Watching this video back, I have like some reservations about post. I feel like there was like an air of over optimization to it, and I recently watched a video about how over optimizing what you do leads to extrinsic motivation in your life, which I thought was like kind of eye-opening because I never like thought about it in that way. And so I don't know, I've been trying to shift my attitude so that I'm not approaching habits with the idea that, oh, it's gonna make me more productive in a sense, but more the idea, oh, it's just gonna generally increase my quality of life, which is, I think, like a better approach. I feel like right now a lot of people, including me, look for self-help books, productivity hacks, and everything in between. And while I think I've personally found a lot of them helpful, such as Atomic Habits, pause, I read it 2 years before it was like performative, so don't judge me. And Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, I also like that a lot. But like, at what point is like just trying to over optimize reading like self-help books? It's like, at what point is that like just too much? I'm saying like sometimes you just gotta do it. Like the most crack people I know aren't reading like self-help books or over optimizing their routine every single day. You know what I'm saying? And I think there was like a point in my life where I thought, oh, how can I be better? How can I improve? And I think like having that kind of mindset is good, but sometimes you just gotta like slow down and enjoy the day-to-day while it's getting better, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just focusing on what's ahead. I guess what I'm trying to tell myself and try to say is that like live life and create a routine that's aligned with your core values in a sense, instead of achieving a goal that you might not care about like 5 years later. I don't know, I think this is something I kind of struggle with in my life. Like sometimes you just gotta chill, you know what I'm saying? And it's like not that deep and you need to grind all the time. So yeah, I'm trying to be better, relax more, party more, type shit. Okay, also quick disclaimer. Alright, I was on my best behavior today, alright, because there's a camera in front of me and everything. But if I was by myself, I'll be watching my favorite YouTuber eat Treyarch for 2 hours straight. So this is not like an actual realistic like day in the life. Also, take everything I said in this video with a grain of salt in terms of advice, because this is more for myself and more of like a rambling video because I was getting quite burnt out during the summer. So this was like a nice break from that in a sense. I get to learn a little bit of composition, talking about life and rambling, which is something I'm not really good at, and also videography. So you know what I'm saying? It's pretty nice. All right, and that's the wrap for the day. Low-key pretty good day. I'm sleeping a little too late. It's like 1 a.m, which is like, yo, I kind of want to sleep earlier, but hey, it's chill. So yeah, that was like basically a day in the life wrapped in a habit routine kind of vibe. Hope y'all liked it. Bye bye.
Hit that subscribe button.
Don't hit the subscribe button.
Viewers, hey, pan over.
Oh, I was such a bad pad.
If you want more of this content, hit that like button.
Don't hit the like button if you want more of this content.
Hit that like button.
I don't like this content.
Hit that like button.
I'm never making this content ever again.
Maybe John will hit 2.
I'm never agreeing with this.